basically the issue was trust, is that the company envisioned an assessment system that they could trust would guarantee them a highly skilled trained workforce. Yet the union also was looking for an assessment system they could trust would allow the opportunity for union members to improve their skills in a transparent manner. And so the work key system met both needs. The union looked at this as an opportunity to secure additional contracts, to gain additional customers. Certainly the company was in support of that. But ultimately, having a higher skilled trained workforce benefits the union, it benefits the company, it benefits workforce development and our economy in general. The job profiling component was essential, and the union supported the initiative because when they understood that their employees would have a vested interest and say in the benchmarks that were being set, that's when they really closed the deal in terms of being on board. When I explained the job profiling process in detail, that subject matter experts, in essence, people who know their job better than anyone in the plant or company, would be key elements in setting the benchmarking standards that the assessment instruments would assess their benchmark skills at. That's when they bought into the system completely. And to their credit, the employees were fired up about the process. They were excited to be participants in it. There was a real source of pride when they walked away understanding the intense nature that the job profiling process entails, professionalism in terms of sitting down and discussing the details of their job. The value-added benefit also from the company is we took very good job descriptions and made them very detailed from the standpoint of developing task lists that the company could then use for further training and development of employees. From that standpoint, there was a source of buy-in and pride that these benchmark standards were not just arbitrary standards set by ACT or Jefferson College or even the company, that these standards were set by the employees who know their jobs the best. And so thus that built trust in the system. It created a system that built confidence in knowing that those benchmark standards were legitimate, and thus if an employee didn't score as high as maybe they liked, they would go right back to their union representative who helped set the benchmark standards, who said, we fully support this. This job does require a level 5 in applied math or a level 4 in reading or locating information. And so there was a built-in confidence with the system which ultimately yielded a high level of competence in reference to the employees and their improved skill attainment. I think that ultimately what made this project successful is that people had a common vision. They were presented with a solution, the work keys system. And when they were presented with that system, everyone aligned with a common vision. And then they really bought into it, because ultimately it comes down to trust. Is this system going to be a win-win for all parties? Is it going to be a win for the company? Is it going to be a win for the union or the employees? Is it going to be a win for the educational institutions whose mission is to support this cause? And ultimately the work key system is the best hiring and selection system in the world because it creates win-win solutions for educational partners, companies and corporate entities, and then the individual employees who, what I try to do is talk with people about building that company of one, that ultimately you have to take those transferable skills and move within industries, move within companies, and ultimately it benefits that individual being as highly skilled trained as they can to compete in a global economy.